Moving on, demonstrations have not died down in Bangladesh, where Ashfaqul Islam has now been appointed as the acting Chief Justice of the country. And this comes after Sheikh Hasina stepped down from his post after hundreds of demonstrators surrounded Dhaka's top court. The confirmation of Ashfaqul Islam's appointment came from Supreme Court's Public Relations. As per local media reports, demonstrators under the banner of anti-discrimination student movement have announced that they will not leave the streets until the remaining 6 judges resign. Earlier, Chief Justice Hasina had called for a full court meeting on Saturday. Students called this meeting a judiciary coup. Demonstrators chanted slogans outside the Supreme Court building, demanding all the 6 judges to step down. Well, the Commonwealth Journalist Association has appealed to Mohammed Yunus, the head of Bangladesh's interim government, to ensure the safety of journalists and media organizations in the country. Meanwhile, Sheikh Hasina's son has claimed that she did not formally resign from the post of the Prime Minister before fleeing the country amid intense anti-government demonstrations.
She was going to announce her resignation and announce a constitutional transition of power, which would be Parliament holding new elections. That is what she was going to announce. But she had no plans to leave her residence at all. She did not. That was completely, in fact, the reason this happened was this was completely unplanned. She was going to just resign. She did not wish to leave Bangladesh.
But Michael Kugleman, director of the South Asia Institute at the Wilson Center, has dismissed claims of any kind of foreign interference from Hasina's son, saying that the unrest was driven by internal factors, raising concerns about the violence against minorities in Bangladesh. He said that it would be very difficult for the country to make meaningful progress until law and order situation is addressed.
I think that there are few stories playing out in Bangladesh that deserve more scrutiny and investigation than this issue of attacks and threats to religious minorities, particularly the Bangladesh Hindu community. And I say that because we know there have been documented cases of members of the Hindu community being attacked or threatened. I myself have spoken to friends and contacts in Bangladesh that have told me this. And yesterday, on Friday in Dhaka, there was a large protest in which you had people calling for more attention to and protection for the Hindu community.
At least 300 people were killed in the incidents of violence which erupted across the country following the fall of the government led by Hasina, taking the death toll to 560 since the anti-government demonstrations first started in mid-July. Hindus, who make up about 8% of Bangladesh's population of 170 million, have majorly been targeted. A school teacher has been killed and at least 45 people have been injured. Homes, businesses and temples of Hindus also vandalized. Despite the tension, the police continue to observe a work abstention, citing fears for the safety amid reports of officers being targeted as well as being accused of extrajudicial killings. The newly appointed Inspector General of Police has given an ultimatum to the police across the country to return to their respective workstations within the next 24 hours. Well, given the situation on ground, Bangladeshis, mostly Hindus, have been trying to flee to neighboring India and take refuge there. India's border security force, with the help of Border Guard of Bangladesh, foiled an infiltration attempt along India-Bangladesh border in West Bengal's Cooch Behar district earlier on Saturday.